Okay, we're back into open session here. Those of you who are streaming, welcome back. We have a couple motions here to clean up, and then the good of the cause. We have a motion and a second to approve the employment of Colleen German, part-time bookkeeper, bookkeeping trainer, district. Hunter Green, boys basketball head coach, Blue Ridge High School. Herbert Coffey, boys basketball assistant coach, Blue Ridge High School. Lisa Olson, part-time, 5 hours a week, custodian. Stephanie Irby, accounts payable coordinator, district, for the 2022-2023 school term as presented. Francie? Carlos? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? We need a motion. We're not doing that motion. Striking that motion. Moving to good of the cause discussion.
So we've just passed November 15th for School Board Member Appreciation Day. So thank you to our school board members. And there are homemade treats for everybody who is present. And I will say this would you like me to go ahead and talk about the school board elections? So school board elections are upcoming in early April of 2023, but the task to get started is right now, the time to get started. If you see the DeWitt County Clerk's Office, they will give you the paperwork. Signatures are required, and those are turned in a completed fashion in the week of December 12 through 19. And in looking at how things have played out with our board, I wanted to make sure that the public was understanding a couple things. We need those people who are concerned about public education sitting at the school board table. You don't have to be an expert in school finance because your superintendent will help you out. You don't have to be an expert in curriculum. What you have to be an expert in is caring about kids. And so we are putting the all call out there. Please consider putting your name in the hat for that. We have 4 positions that are open right now, 3 positions that will remain. Of the 4 positions, 3 of them are open for 4-year terms. 1 is open, filling an appointment. You only go to the next election, so that's a 2-year position. The scenario that I'm concerned about is, let's say we have 5 or 6 people who are in the process to become school board members. When they go to the DeWitt County Clerk's Office to turn in their paperwork during the week of December 12 through 19, they're going to be asked the question, are you running for a 4-year position or are you running for a 2-year position? Well, what do you think is going to be tempting when they get there? Oh, you know what? I wasn't really sure. I think I'll go for the 2-year. I didn't even know there was an option. So yeah, I'm going to go for the 2-year. So let's say all 6 people put their name in the hat for the 2-year position. Only 1 gets elected. Well, then you have extra people, and they could be appointed to these positions, but appointed positions elected in 2023 will be up for re-election in 2025. This will automatically be up for re-election in 2025. And these 3 guys that remain right now, they'll be up for election in 2025. So the whole entire board could roll over in 2025 if we don't have a significant number of people filing paperwork to be on the ballot for 4-year positions in April. And that work has to be done now.
Let me add on to that. Those of you who may be considering, you think the 2-year may be enticing, but let me tell you, it takes you a full year to really understand what you're, all about what it means to be on the board, the policies, how you communicate, how you act, things that you're able to do, things you can't do. There's a lot to this, and it takes sometimes more to be, after a year, you're feeling more confident to be able to actually speak up and share your concerns and things. So I would encourage you, if you think you're wanting to serve the school district, to put your name down for a 4-year term. It's an investment that you're making. I know that you're making an investment in your life to do this, but it's also a blessing to the community, something that you can give back to the kids. And also, if you're concerned, if you don't know if you're the right person for this or not, we have the tools, we have books, we have pamphlets, we can get you information. We encourage you to come. You only have 1 more meeting you can come to. Actually, you don't have any more meetings to come to. You have to turn your signatures in before our next school board meeting. But if you'd like to understand what it means to be a board member, there are a book out, and the district has a copy of that. If you'd like to come stop by and get that and read through that and browse through it, you can also do it online as well. But we encourage you to be a participant and help your district out. Thank you.
Thank you, Dale. Next thing, connect, create, and Collaborate was our most recent event that we had at Blue Ridge Intermediate and Junior High School. The two follow-up pieces that we heard from those who attended, that we have a variety of parent communication apps that are being used at that building, and so Andrea Weedman is leading the charge to narrow that down to one communication tool for the ease of parents who have kids across different grade levels. The other thing that they asked for was more communication about learning at BRIJHS, so boom, tomorrow night is your time, and if you haven't RSVP'd, just head on out there anyway. The event starts at 5:45. Great. I'm going to go to the last item next. Established Board Leader Award was given to Kenna Dunlap Johnson. She was not able to be here tonight, so I actually gave her award at the BREF meeting most recently. So we congratulate Kenna on that Established Board Leader recognition. And then our last piece, we had a display of art. We had, I'm not sure where it went. Okay, so we have a wonderful piece of art that was displayed at our art show at Mr. Huddleston's building. It was at a K-12 art show, and there was a weapon involved in the display. And so a question came up, is that appropriate? So there's been a great amount of conversation about this topic. As you can see, it's a very, very well done piece of art. And there is a description on the back. This is a woman who is having her hijab in one hand, and then there's a gun pointed at her, and the title "Choose." We struggled. I met with superintendents, I met with our administrative team, I met with our district attorney, and what we came up with is if we have students who are in a current events class and they're asked to discuss this, if we have students who are asked to write about something of this nature in an English class, how do we go to an art class and say you can't do the same thing? This, to me, is a high level of learning and understanding that's been displayed. Yes, it has a weapon inside of it, so what I would suggest is, would this be appropriate to be out at a K-12 art show? No. The question was next, would this be appropriate to have in a high school hallway for an art show? Because that's where they display their items. And what we've come up with is, as a kind of a, I don't want to say compromise, but as a solution that seems to be very fitting. For items like this, we could have a cover sheet that was attached, and on that cover sheet would be what the artist has written about the reasoning behind their piece, which was also very well done. So displayed in that area would be, the teacher would post what the project was, all the projects would be there, anything that had controversial images in it would have that cover sheet, and then it would say graphic images shown, and so they could choose if they wanted to open that up. To me, that's the similar situation between instructional material that's controversial versus library material that's controversial. It belongs in a place where there's choice, not in a place where we're telling somebody they have to look at it. So I wanted to bring that to you and just hear if you're thinking along the same lines or if you have any other questions or comments about artwork such as this.
Any comments on that?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The background from this specific student was that when she heard what the project was about, she just kind of shut down and didn't want to do anything. And then when she realized she could do something like this, she did that, and she had a second one done before the art show, even before everybody else was done with their project. That's how impactful it was for her. Yeah, it's a very, very good learning and teaching experience for our kids to see outside of our walls in our state and our country.
What we can do and they can't.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything, I don't think there's anything else on the go to the cause discussion?
Nope, I think that's it.
All right. Several of the board members are going to be going to the III conference in Chicago this weekend. I don't know if Paige has already left. I don't know if she won't be going since she's on baby watch or not.
She's going.
Oh, okay. But so anyway, enjoy that time there. Look forward to hearing what you bring back from some of the what do you call those? Sessions that you go to. All right. Let's have a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting at 8:18 p.m. Carlos? Rusty? Yes. Good evening.
Well,